Each step of this journey has revealed a fundamental truth. Within each of us lies a hero waiting for the moment to rise. But remember, the journey of a hero is not defined by the powers that they possess, but by the choices that they make. It's in the moments of decision that our true character is revealed and our destinies are shaped. Welcome to the Personal Mastery and Growth Podcast, where we explore the keys to unlocking your full potential and living your best life. I'm your host, Jose Johnson. Whether you're looking to make a breakthrough, overcome a challenge, or simply live with greater clarity, joy, and purpose, you'll find the tools and inspirations you need right here. So let's start your journey towards personal mastery and growth right now. Welcome back to the Personal Mastery and Growth Podcast, your go-to resource for practical tips, insightful research, and inspiring stories to help you unlock your full potential. I am your host, Jose Johnson, and I'm an expert in the fields of mindfulness, mindset, and peak performance, and I am so excited to have you here with me today. And today, we're donning our capes and adjusting our mask because we're going to dive into the world of superheroes, but not the way you might think. No, we're not battling aliens or saving the world from imminent destruction. Instead, we're embarking on a quest to uncover the superhero within us all. In the world of superheroes, each character has their unique superpowers, those extraordinary abilities that set them apart from mere mortals. And just like those iconic figures, each of us has our own set of superpowers, our unique strengths and talents that, when unleashed, can lead to unparalleled achievement and fulfillment. But what's a hero without a challenge? Alongside our superpowers, we all have our own version of kryptonite, weaknesses that can sap our strength, cloud our vision, and sometimes keep us from achieving our true potential. And let's not forget about those arch-nemeses, those challenges and obstacles that seem to block our every path and turn. And sometimes even the mightiest heroes need allies, which is why we'll also unpack the importance of assembling your own super team, a network of friends, mentors, and colleagues who support you, challenge you, and help you grow. So if you're ready to explore the superhero within, buckle up, because it's time to unleash your inner superhero and make the leap from ordinary to extraordinary. So as we step into the light of our own personal hero's journey, the first step is to uncover the superpowers that lie within each of us. Now, these are not just talents or skills. They're the core strengths that make you, well, you. They're your secret sauce, your magic, your mojo, the abilities that when you use them, you feel like you can take on the world. Identifying your superpower is about recognizing your potential to contribute, change, and challenge the status quo. It's about harnessing your abilities to not only elevate yourself, but also uplift others. So, how do you uncover these hidden gems? Well, let's start with a simple yet powerful activity. I want you to think back to a moment in your life when you felt truly powerful, alive, and in your element. What were you doing? Who were you with? How did it feel? These moments, these activities are clues to your superpowers. Maybe you were solving a complex problem, creating something beautiful, or helping someone in need. Whatever it was, it's a window into your unique strengths. Another way to pinpoint your superpowers is to notice when you lose track of time. Psychologists call this state flow, being so immersed in an activity that everything else fades away. What activities bring you into this state? Is it when you're speaking in front of a crowd, writing, analyzing data, or perhaps teaching others? These are activities where your superpowers are in full swing. Sometimes our superpowers are so natural to us that we overlook them. That's where feedback from friends, family, and colleagues can be invaluable. Ask them what they think you're exceptionally good at. You might be surprised at the consistency of the answers. Now, once you've identified your superpowers, it's all about putting them into action. It's not enough to know your strengths. You have to use them in service of something greater than yourself, because that's what heroes do. They use their powers to make a difference in the world, to fight for a cause, to protect those in need, and to create a legacy that lasts. Remember, your superpowers are uniquely yours. They are your contribution to the world. By identifying and embracing them, you not only enrich your own life, but also the lives of those around you. So take some time after this podcast to go through the exercises, write down your superpowers, and start thinking about how you can use them more in your everyday life. Coming up next, we'll dive into the shadows to confront our personal kryptonite. But fear not, for with great awareness comes the power to transform weaknesses into stepping stones for growth. So stay tuned. All right, we've just explored the heights of our superpowers, feeling invincible and ready to conquer the world. But even the mightiest heroes have their weaknesses, their kryptonite, the one thing that can bring them to their knees. It's not the presence of kryptonite that defines us, but how we deal with it that truly shows our strength and character. So how can you identify your kryptonite? Well, let's begin with a little bit of self-reflection. Identifying your kryptonite requires a willingness to look at where you feel most vulnerable or limited. Think about the times you felt most challenged, frustrated, or powerless. When do you find yourself procrastinating, avoiding, or feeling insecure? What were the common themes? Perhaps it's a particular type of task, an emotional trigger, or even a physical environment that seems to drain your energy. Identifying these patterns is like shining a bat signal on your personal kryptonite, illuminating areas where you're most vulnerable. Another tool of discovery is to notice the patterns of avoidance in your life. These are often protective measures we put into place to avoid facing our kryptonite. By identifying these patterns, we can start to understand the areas where we need to grow or adapt. And just like Batman relies on Alfred for insight and perspective, we too can benefit from the feedback of those we trust. Sometimes our kryptonite is invisible to us, but glaringly obvious to others. Ask close friends, family, or colleagues for their observations. What do they see as your biggest challenges? This external perspective can be invaluable in identifying blind spots. Well, now that you know what your kryptonite is, how do you protect yourself from it? Well, a good starting point is to recognize that overcoming your kryptonite isn't always about brute force. It's about strategy. When you acknowledge where you're vulnerable, it's much easier to develop strategies to either improve in those areas or to work around them. Use tools like mindfulness to help you become more aware of when your kryptonite is at play and to accept its presence without judgment. Now, this acceptance is crucial. It's about acknowledging your humanity and embracing your imperfections. Once you've identified your kryptonite, it's time to develop effective countermeasures. So, for example, if procrastination is your kryptonite, strategies like time blocking or the Pomodoro technique can be your shield. If it's a lack of confidence, perhaps affirmations and small achievable goals to build self-efficacy are your armor. And sometimes the smartest move is to delegate the tasks that fall within your kryptonite zone to others who possess those strengths. One of the most effective tools in your arsenal against kryptonite is the power of pause. When you feel your strength waning or frustration mounting, take a moment to step back. This isn't retreat. It's strategic regrouping. Use this pause to breathe, assess the situation, and approach it from a place of calm. Remember, even superheroes need a moment to catch their breath. Next, let's talk about building resilience. Building resilience involves stepping into your areas of weakness with courage and a growth mindset. See each encounter with your kryptonite not as a permanent flaw, but as an opportunity to grow stronger and more versatile. Practice mindfulness and other techniques to stay grounded and focused, even when facing challenges. Keep in mind that confronting your kryptonite is not a one-time battle. It's an ongoing journey of self-improvement and adaptation. But remember, even the mightiest heroes have their weaknesses, but it's their courage to face them that truly defines their strength. Now, as we continue our quest to unleash the superhero within, we've discovered our superpowers and we've learned to guard against our kryptonite. Yet every hero faces a defining challenge, an arch-nemesis that tests their limits and pushes them to grow beyond what they thought possible. Your arch-nemesis isn't a person, but a representation of your greatest challenges, the obstacles that seem insurmountable, but ultimately will lead to your most profound growth. Your arch-nemesis could be a limiting belief, a deep-seated fear, or an external challenge that seems insurmountable. It can be an aspect of your business or your life where you feel consistently stuck. It's the obstacle that when you think about overcoming it, it feels like facing a towering giant. Identifying your arch-nemesis involves courage, introspection, and honesty about what truly holds you back. Understand that the battle with your arch-nemesis is as much internal as it is external. It's about overcoming the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that accompany the challenge. Reflect on what this nemesis represents to you. Is it fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or perhaps a deep-seated belief that you're not enough? Now, one way to identify the nature of your arch-nemesis is to look for patterns in your life where you find yourself struggling the most. Look back at previous encounters with this nemesis. What have they taught you? Even in moments of defeat, there are valuable lessons about resilience, strategy, and your own strength. Each encounter is an opportunity to learn and prepare for the next round. Our inner dialogue often holds clues to identifying our arch-nemesis. So pay attention to the stories that you tell yourself, especially those that limit your potential. Negative self-talk can be a powerful adversary, shaping our reality more than we realize. So how do you overcome your arch-nemesis? Well, overcoming your arch-nemesis requires a plan. And this is where your identified superpowers come into play. Leverage your strengths to confront your arch-nemesis head-on. Remember, your superpowers are your greatest assets in overcoming obstacles. Develop a strategy that plays to your strengths and addresses your weaknesses. Tap into your creativity, your resilience, determination, or whatever your superpowers may be. Break down your challenges into smaller, manageable tasks. Preparation is your armor, and strategy, that's your weapon. Facing your arch-nemesis is about more than just strategy, though. It's about embracing the heart of a hero. And this means showing up with courage, perseverance, and the unwavering belief in your ability to overcome. It's about standing firm in the face of adversity and choosing to move forward, even when the odds seem against you. The battle with your arch-nemesis is rarely won on the first try. It requires resilience, persistence, and the willingness to learn from each encounter. Embrace each challenge as an opportunity to grow and become more adept. So if we draw on Stoic and Taoist philosophies, you can learn to view your arch-nemesis not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as an integral part of your journey. Stoicism teaches us the value of endurance and the power of perception, while Taoism emphasizes harmony and the fluidity of adapting to circumstances. Together, they offer a powerful framework for facing any challenge with grace and determination. Confronting your arch-nemesis is a defining part of your hero's journey. Heroes are made in the moment they choose to face their arch-nemesis with courage and resilience. It's through these battles that we discover our true strength, learn invaluable lessons, and forge our path toward personal mastery. Remember, the greatest victories come from the toughest battles. Every superhero, no matter how powerful, reaches a point where the challenges they face require more than going solo. They need a team, a league of extraordinary individuals who bring their unique strengths to the table. This is your super team, a group of mentors, peers, friends, and family who support you, challenge you, and contribute to your journey towards personal mastery. The first step in assembling your super team is identifying allies whose strengths complement your own. Think about those areas where you're not as strong and seek out individuals who excel in those areas. This isn't just about covering your weaknesses. but about creating a synergistic force where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Look around you. Potential team members are everywhere. They might be colleagues who inspire you, friends who challenge you, mentors who guide you, or even family members who support you unconditionally. Identify individuals who share your values and your commitment to growth. Next, make sure you leverage the power of a shared vision with diverse perspectives. It's crucial to unite your team around a common goal or vision. However, within this shared vision, cherish and encourage diverse perspectives and approaches. This diversity is your team's greatest asset, sparking creativity, innovation, and problem solving that wouldn't be possible in a homogeneous group. A super team thrives on trust and open communication. When building your team, foster an environment where the team members feel safe to express ideas, share concerns, and offer feedback. Remember, the strongest teams are those where members feel heard, valued, and understood. When you're building your team, it's important to remember that you need to consider more than just skill. Personality counts as well. The journey of personal growth is not without its emotional ups and downs. A super team provides the encouragement, motivation, and sometimes the tough love necessary to keep you moving forward. They are your cheerleaders and your coaches, pushing you towards your goal. Members of your super team should hold you accountable to your goals and be willing to offer guidance based on their experiences and expertise. This accountability can be the difference between faltering at the first hurdle and pushing through to success. And of course, don't overlook the power of having a coach or a mentor. Mentors and coaches are like your personal Yodas, imparting wisdom, offering guidance, and helping you see the bigger picture. They challenge you to grow, push you beyond your comfort zones, and provide invaluable insights from their own journeys. And there you have it, the blueprint to assembling your super team. Remember, the journey towards personal mastery is not a solo mission. It's a collective adventure made richer and more meaningful through the contributions of those around us. All right, as we draw the curtain on today's epic journey, I want to leave you with a few parting thoughts. Today, we've traversed the landscape of our inner world, exploring the peaks of our superpower and navigating the valleys of our kryptonite. We've faced our arch-nemesis head-on and learned the invaluable lesson of assembling our super team. Each step of this journey has revealed a fundamental truth. Within each of us lies a hero, waiting for the moment to rise. But remember, the journey of a hero is not defined by the powers that they possess, but by the choices that they make. It's in the moments of decision that our true character is revealed and our destinies are shaped. So as you move forward from today, I challenge you to make those choices with courage, compassion, and the unwavering belief in your own strength. And don't let this journey end here. Take a moment to reflect on what you've discovered about yourself today. Write down your superpowers, acknowledge your kryptonite, and consider the arch-nemesis you are ready to face. Then, reach out to at least one person who you believe can be a part of your super team. Share your vision, your challenges, and your goals. Together, you'll find that even the most daunting obstacles are surmountable. In the world of superheroes, the stories that captivate us the most are those of transformation and triumph. It's not the battles won, but the journey undertaken, the resilience shown in the face of adversity, and the spirit of never giving up that truly defines a hero. And so, as you continue on your path of personal mastery and growth, remember that each day offers a new opportunity to be the hero of your own story. So thank you for joining me on this adventure today. And if today's episode has inspired you, touched you, or sparked a flame of curiosity within you, I encourage you to share it with someone in your life who might also benefit from embarking on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And as always, remember, it is what it is, but it becomes what you make it. So make it great. Thanks for tuning in. Before we wrap up, I just want to remind you that the information shared in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only It is not intended as a substitute for professional advice or treatment. While the content of this podcast is based on research and personal experience, everyone's situation is unique, and the advice given may not be applicable to all. Always consult a qualified professional before making significant changes in your life. The Personal Mastery and Growth podcast is recorded at the So Good Media Studios, located in the Candy Factory, a co-working space in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.